Okay, this is page 271, number 42. The problem is x to the fifth minus y to the fifth divided by x minus y. So with long division, I put my x minus y out here, and underneath I need an x to the fifth, but I'm going to have some placeholders because there's going to be some things missing in here. But then somewhere down the road here, I've got to have a minus y to the fifth. And I'm going to have some placeholders in here. I know because I have an x to the fifth, I'm going to need to have a 0 x to the fourth, and so forth. So there's going to be terms that are missing here. So for right now, I'm just going to leave those blank, and let's just see what kind of shows up. So I'm going to start with asking, what do I multiply x by to get x to the fifth? So I need an x to the fourth. When I multiply, I get x to the fifth minus x to the fourth y. Okay, we're supposed to subtract that. So when I subtract both terms, which is going to make this turn into plus. So the first one, x to the fifth minus x to the fifth, that's gone. I have 0 plus this, so that's what's left, is a 1x to the fourth y. Okay, let's ask that same question. What do I multiply x by to get this? Well, I need an x cubed and a y. So I put plus x cubed times y. Okay, now I'm going to multiply this term times this entire binomial, so both of those terms. What I'm going to get is x to the fourth y, and then when I multiply the negative y times this, I'm going to get minus x to the third y squared. Okay, now I need to subtract that. So I subtract, that turns into plus. Then I do the same thing. This is going to give me 0, and then this is going to give, remember there's nothing here, so all I have is this plus x cubed y squared. So I have x cubed y squared. Okay, now I got to ask the question again. X times what gives me x cubed y squared? Well, I need an x squared and a y squared. So I write plus x squared y squared. I'm going to multiply, and when I multiply, I get x to the third y squared, but then I also need to multiply this times the minus y, and that's going to give me minus x squared y to the third. I'm going to subtract, so minus, and that turns into plus, and I get just an x squared y cubed because this is 0. Okay, I'm going to repeat the question. What times x will give me x squared y cubed? Well, I need an x, and it looks like you need a y to the third. So let's write that. X times, I'm going to put a plus because I need an x to get the x squared, and then I need a y cubed. So I'm going to multiply this term times this binomial using distributive, and I get x to the second, y to the third, and then minus x, y to the fourth. Okay, I'm going to slide this up a little bit because I need to subtract. And when I subtract, I got to subtract both terms. That's going to turn this to a plus again. The first terms are going to drop out, and I get x, y to the fourth. Okay, so I asked the question, what do I need to multiply x by to get x, y to the fourth? Now it looks like I've already got the x, so all I need is a y to the fourth. So we're going to write down y to the fourth. So plus y to the fourth. When I multiply, I get xy to the fourth, and then I multiply this times this, and I get minus y to the fifth. Minus y to the fifth. Okay, so here you need to notice I've got a minus y to the fifth that I was just waiting to bring down here. When I subtract, everything's going to drop out. Minus, and then minus this turns into plus plus. These are opposites, so I get 0, which makes all of this stuff my answer. So now I could have written 0x to the fourth times y to the first, 0x to the third times y to the second, and so forth to fill in these spots. But you might not have known that that's what you should put there, which is why I didn't. I just went through the process and we ended up bringing down these terms. But then at the end, I did need to bring down this minus y to the fifth to actually finish the problem. That's a pretty tough problem, but that's how it works.